So we're just about to get ready to celebrate New Year's. We have Golden Palace egg rolls. They look so yummy with the famous plum sauce. We have in here some shrimp, Hong Kong shrimp, and we have some chicken balls. Just heating this up. Happy New Year 2021. Let's hope it's a great year in every way, and we're gonna eat Golden Palace Chinese food to bring in the New Year and your birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
And I got the nice birthday card from George.
Oh, that's so nice.
And open it up.
I don't want to show it to everybody.
Okay. Happy New Year, everybody. So I'm going to start the new year with a wonderful recipe that's decadent. It's Indo-Chinese. It's very popular all across the world, and it's vegan. I believe it's vegan. I'm going to have to double check because it's got soy sauce, and I believe that still qualifies it as vegan, but it is definitely vegetarian, and it is called Cauliflower Manchurian. And my brother, my cousin technically, but he's like a brother to me, sent me the recipe a while back, and I'm doing it in honor of him. So I will get started very soon. So as I said, I wanted to start off the new year with a wonderful decadent recipe that's quite popular around the world. It's sort of an Indo-Chinese recipe that is vegetarian. Why not? This is a good way. It's not a super healthy recipe, but I think it's still a good way to start off the new year. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to be using some leftovers that I have in the house, and I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be attempting to make cauliflower Manchurian. So I have a whole bowl of florets, and they're cut up in a special way so that most of the stem is not there, is cut off. I've learned that should make, when I deep fry the cauliflower, it should make the cauliflower more attractive and sort of easier to fry. So what I'm doing right now is I have a bowl of florets, and I have some boiling water, and I'm basically going to be dumping the cauliflower into the boiling water, and I'm going to be covering that, and I'm going to be letting it boil. I'm going to be boiling them for about 2 minutes, and then I will be back. Okay, so I'm back with the florets boiled, and I would actually say, to be more specific, I have a fork here. Maybe you can see they're still firm. So I would say actually they're not softly boiled, they're parboiled. So they still retain their firmness. I have the wok on high heat. I'm not going to totally deep fry them for health purposes, because trying to keep this as healthy as possible, though it's not a super healthy recipe. And what I have is my mixing bowl here, and I have some cornstarch in there, and I'm going to be adding some flour. The original recipe, it says to add some salt here, but also when you're parboiling the cauliflower, and I didn't, because there is soy sauce in this recipe, and in case you haven't noticed, I always try to lower the salt as much, use as little salt as possible. So I have my, I just added some water, and what I'm doing is I'm making a batter. And I'm just going to this is not a batter, so I'm going to be thickening this a bit. Okay, so here I am adding a bit more water until I have a fairly thick batter, not overly thin and not overly thick. And it says in the recipe that I was looking at this is still a little too thin, so I'm just going to thicken this up now. It says to add some ginger and this and that, but I'm going to actually save that for the sauce. I will add a little bit of black pepper, but that's pretty much it. Okay, so here I am. I just added a little bit of black pepper to taste, and I didn't add any more cornstarch cornstarch. I just added a bit of flour, and as you can see, it's a pretty nice batter. It's quite thick because I want the florets, the cauliflower, to be well coated in batter. And so I'm going to take it from there. So I'm just taking some cauliflower and coating it in the batter. And of course I can't find my spoon at this. Here is my spoon. So I'm taking my floret and I'm just going to be frying it. And I'm going to be doing the same with all the other cauliflower florets that I have. And once I get that finished, I will be back. So here are my cauliflower florets in the deep fryer or in the wok. And I'm going to be gently, this is about half of what I had. So I'm going to be doing 2 batches. And so I'm going to be gently turning them once they're fried, and then placing them in the plate. And then I will be working on the sauce. I'm going to show you guys the cauliflower florets, the first batch. And then what I did was I decided to, after doing that, I decided to add some turmeric. And if you notice, if you do a close-up, the cauliflower florets, I cut them a little bit smaller than what I initially showed. Now, to my defense, I've never made cauliflower Manchurian, and my first go at it is as the first episode of the new year. Probably not the best, probably most people would practice this, but I don't have the patience, so I'm doing it as I go, and I'm just showing you. Once I put all of this, I have a little paper towel, and Scooby's looking very excited. So they're deep fried, but they're like lightly golden brown. So I'm just going to show you. So here we are. I hope that looks pretty good. And now what I'm going to do very quickly is go over the main ingredients and some ingredients I added. So I have cut up into wedges some onions. I have organic ginger grated and garlic grated. I have about a tablespoon of each and about 1/4 of an onion. And I'm just doing it in a certain way. I didn't use green chili, so I'm using chili sauce. I'm using soya sauce. I'm using vinegar. And because I am really, really trying to promote healthy eating, I have brown sugar, but I've also added pineapple, peaches, red pepper, and orange pepper. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is make the sauce. What I want you to do, so just come as close as you can so you can do the close-ups. So we're just going to focus on what I put into the pot. Okay, so focus there, please. So what I'm going to be doing is adding the onions that have been cut into wedges first. I don't want them golden brown. I am not going to be adding any extra salt because we have soy sauce that we're going to be adding, and for me, I think that's good enough for salt. So I'm just adding the rest of the grated ginger and garlic. I'm going to be giving it a stir. So it's close to the be adding the peppers because we want the peppers not to be soggy. We want them to still retain some of their crispness and vitamins. And adding the peaches and the pineapple. And look how beautiful that is, how colorful that is. Doesn't that look great? Now I like to do it at high, medium high. So I've still got it at high. I'm going to let that I'm going to be stirring that, I should say, for a little while, a few minutes. Doesn't that smell good? Yeah, so somebody is nodding. And I'm going to be adding a little bit of brown sugar, some vinegar, just a little amount of vinegar. I'm using chili sauce because we didn't use any chilies and we want to have some heat. And now it's going to turn a little darker, about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. So we can see that, eh? Be just a little bit more. Now if I didn't have the peppers in here, this would be a dark brown, like I'll just show without the peppers. It would be something like this. And you could add corn flour to make it as thick or as thin. So if you want a thinner sauce, you would add water. And if you would want thicker, you would add corn flour. Now to that, I am just going to dump, and I'm going to ask the camera person, do you think I should dump the cauliflower in? Okay, so he is a chef, and he said yes. I'm not going to add all of them, actually. And my gosh, does it ever smell good. And there you go. And that should retain the crispiness. So I'm just going to plate it. And voila. Cauliflower Manchurian. So guys, I hope you give this a try. I hope you love it. And I hope this is the beginning of a wonderful new year with lots of good health, prosperity, and blessings for everyone. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye for now.